Well, I thought I'd show how I do my trim around my windows. I've obviously learned from other people, Kyle, Paul, but I'm gonna show you how to do it with some scraps that I got. All right. Let's talk about the bottom of the window. So the bottom of the window, the trim goes like this. And just a couple tricks that I've come up with on I got the reds, greens, and yellow is the same as the reds. They're a little bit longer. Anyway, mostly use my reds, and these are also reds, but a little skinnier. I use these to cut off excess or small bits, which you'll see. So you'll notice I put an inch mark on because I would say 90% of what you're gonna cut is an inch or just slightly over an inch. So we'll say that this is the size I need for the bottom trim. You're gonna cut, there's a radius on all these, and I need to cut an inch out. Oh, you make it an inch, 2 inches longer than what the bottom of your windowsill is. So you're gonna be basically cutting it into size. So I go just past that inch on the front side, and then on the top, create a tab on the top of your trim, and I'm gonna bend this, go back and forth until it comes off. And that's basically all you do on both sides, an inch in. So I will clean up the back of this a little bit. You're not gonna see it, so we'll cut it slightly. And then you can also cut this a little bit too on the front, so you have a little bit of an angle. And then this is ready to go. So you do the same thing on the other side. And then your side, say your window's 24 inches, you're gonna do 25, and I add an eighth. So it'd be like 25 and an eighth. And so the side of it goes this way. So your siding goes over it to here, hem trim if you want. But so this has to go over top of this. So again, what I'll do is take my reds, which are an inch, and just kind of move it up by an eighth. So I'm cutting the flat side about an inch and an eighth, and then the back inch and an eighth. And you don't cut this tab off. So what I do with my skinny reds is I'll just take that round over off just a tiny bit on the front, and I'll take it off the back. Then you bend this up so you have a tab that fits inside of your bottom piece. Then I'll take my reds and go just a little, maybe I don't know, about an 1/8 inch in from the corner. And you're not gonna do a total 45 degrees, but I'm going to basically go in by a little bit and aim for that corner. Take that off. Then I'll take that metal in the back, small screwdriver, put it in between there and kind of open it up a little bit. so that it's open to accept the base part. So this would be attached to the bottom of the window, and then you're going to put this into here and inside that metal. And so it would look something like this. Then depending on what side you're on, and it just happens that this is the red side, I would probably use my greens on the other side so that this part that comes down is on the inside, so that it kind of clamps it and makes it small. So you're gonna line this up and cut it off. And what that does is it clamps it down over top of this and creates a nice seal. And depending on how far, if you accidentally open it up too much, you could take a seamer, and bend that a little bit. So there you have it, and the tab kind of goes in there. So yeah, that's how I do my window trim.